OnePot podcast, episode 4. I'm CN.
Yes.
Trev.
Yes, guys, I have a lot of things we want to talk about this week. It's been a crazy week in so many different ways.
Well, first, we're missing a member.
Yeah.
Our condolences to his family member that passed away.
Yeah.
He's going to be at the funeral right now. So, shout out to Don right now.
Man,
But he's still sending me texts about these topics, and hopefully we could get through them loud and clear. Dennis.
My fault. Next shout out, just go ahead and give a congratulations shout out to Shanice and Sam.
Yeah.
On them engagement, dog. Samwise Gamgee. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Can't wait to be at that wedding.
Shoot. Yeah, but guys, we have enough things we want to talk about. I mean, one, I want to talk about the shooting in the school.
Yeah.
I think it's. I said it last week that we keep going this over and over again, and I feel like it's never gonna stop. And I want to talk about Tialika situation. Tialika situation is crazy. I want to talk about the Azalea Banks and Cardi B situation, and we want to jump into it. I want to do a little early take and a little Jamaican news. I heard something that was crazy that I want to share. There's this little girl. She's a survivor. I can't say I know her name intact. Her whole family got attacked. So how this story goes, one night a friend of her family's came to visit, and while they were visiting, everybody basically went to sleep on. They heard like something's trying to break their door. So come to find out, it was a gunman that basically showed up at their house, and while the gunman showed up in the house and is trying to tie her up, and they had a family friend there that guessed us. While he saw that she was getting tied up, he shot the guest and killed the guest. So rest in peace to the young guy who died.
Mm-hmm.
And when he moved into the room to go kill her mom and dad, she decided she was not going to have it. So she got up and she tried to fight, and she's trying to fight him for the gun, and she jumped and she's biting him on his hand. And when her dad noticed that, the dad basically jumped on the guy and started wrestling him, trying to help, take the gun away. A couple of shots were fired, no one got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, they wrestled the guy and got the gun away. So, while they're there, they call. Yeah, the guy was alive. It's a sad. I'm telling you how sad it is. So the dad decided to call the police, and upon waiting for the police, he went to go unmask the guy. When he unmasked the guy who basically killed his friend and was trying to kill him and his wife and his daughter, it was his son.
What?
Yeah, it was his son. His dad took a life insurance out, and he caught wind of that. So basically,
He was trying to get out and come up.
He was trying to get him to come kill his whole family. The story distraughted me because I'm like, man, I got kids. And I was trying to wonder if when I take my life insurance out, if I got to be quiet.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
yeah.
You lived your life, Daddy.
Yeah. Daddy, I think you might worth $1 million. You'd be pretty good. That, but it was a sad story. I want to make sure we talk about that.
Come to find out, that situation happened before too. I'm trying to remember what exactly it was. Hold on, my fault. But it was a black dude, black American. He had his mom had a life insurance policy on her, and that was her only child, and she wasn't married or anything like that, and he killed his mom, and like at first it pretty much looked like she died or somebody killed her.
Mm-hmm.
Life insurance money, started flexing it mad hard. So then the authorities were like, you know what? Let's reopen this case right quick because something's not sitting right. And then they come to find out he was the one that actually killed his mother for that money. So like, if that's the case, like, what is your family worth to you? If you're the second that they take out an insurance policy, you're like, oh, fast break. Like it's pretty messed up in my opinion.
Like you're gone, ladies and gentlemen, you're gone. I came across a little fun fact this week, and she did a pretty good job in what she did. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Aubrey from, I think, Vanity Kane. I want to make sure I'm quoting the person right.
Sure.
Yeah, she redid the "This Is America" video.
Wait. She's from Danny Kane. I thought she was from YouTube.
Was it from YouTube or Vanity Kane?
YouTube. If it's that one white girl dancing.
Yeah, I think she's one of them. But her name is Aubrey. You know, Puffy was.
Well, by the way, we're not racist. Please don't.
No. That's the reason why I want to say she did a good job in the video. The video was what she was talking about. I mean, she utilized the platform to try to talk about ladies and being raped.
Oh.
You know, and how society is going around it. But the video was just.
It should have been someone else. I'm sorry. I saw that video. I saw her dance moves. It should have been someone else. I'm not even saying because of race, because there is great dancers that's not of black ancestry.
Yeah.
But it should have been someone else. And someone that could actually sing and someone that actually could write.
No. So I can tell you haven't seen the video then. Okay,
that's why.
Well, that's why. That's the reason why. That's the reason why I gave her the shout out in the beginning, because the message was good. I like the message that she's trying to come across.
Because I would agree with the message. It's just how the message got delivered. Nah, bro. Nah.
Video like play out the same as Gambino?
Ooh, I don't even know, man.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Like you watch that on your own time, because I don't even want this in the podcast at all. So
yeah. Just to go back in time, guys, go ahead and take a look at the video for all the ladies out there. You know, there in everything, guys. There's a message. You know, that's whatever you take away from it.
No shade, even in crap, there is a message.
Speaking of that message, like we could pull a definitive message from this next situation with our newest YouTube meme and video sensation, BBQ Becky.
Woo!
Yeah, dog.
I'll be setting up.
Yeah, now BBQ Becky, if you guys haven't heard, is this lady that pulled up at a cookout in Cali, where you got some people that were just sitting there minding their business, having a good old time, and she runs up and tells them that they can't use charcoal to barbecue in the party. They said, yeah, we can. I've been doing this for 40 plus years now. Why not now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you're not supposed to use charcoal, so I'm going to call the police. I've been doing it this whole time. Like, fire department goes by, they wave and stuff like that, because, people are friendly, and she stands there the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And it just brings it back to this point. Mind your business. Like,
for real.
Like, seriously. Like,
for real. I mean, did she come up with a can of propane and was like, look, since you can't use charcoal or anything like that, here's a wonderful can of propane for you to use.
It's best, have a different option then. Like, don't just say, oh, I can't do it, I'm going to call cops.
I don't even think, like, any of the other options are safer than what they were doing. Because you have, what is it, the lighter fluid and stuff like that. Like that, I know that stuff's not allowed out there. I mean, charcoal's not bad because it literally sits in the grill.
Yes, it does.
The only thing is you just can't kick it over and put it out, but it sits in the grill.
Well, and I think you realize majority of these parks and apartment complexes, they actually provide you with a grill there for you to use.
Right. So
if they put a grill out there, why can't you not grill? And if there were a problem with them grilling, I will hope, as on top of everything as the police force is, on top of things, somebody would have drove by for the last couple of years, or sometime that day who would have came over and said, guys, you're not allowed to barbecue out here. But as you can see, these people said it was something that they've been doing for quite some time, so it's a tradition.
Yeah.
So it's a public place. But then again, it's just mind your own business, because as bad as it sounds, she didn't have to go over there and say anything to them. If she was going to call the police in the first place, she could have sat right where she was and called, Mr. Officers, there's some African Americans out here.
She don't even have to say that.
Barbecuing.
She don't have to say that. She could have just said, "There's people."
Problem. Well,
yeah.
Did you hear African American, sir?
They're grilling out here, but it's it's like, as you say, it's mind your own business, because somebody could have looked at her and be like, "Hey, look, what do you know it's illegal for you to walk in the grass in the park? I'm gonna call the police." She wouldn't want to hear that. Matter of fact, it was illegal for you to come over her and harass me.
Mind you, you jaywalked coming over here.
Yeah.
Yo, and she was technically harassing them. And then the funny part about it is this other white lady pulls up and she goes over to her and she's like, "So what's going on? Like, is everything okay?" "Oh, well, I'm just going ahead and I'm, calling the police and stuff like that because, they're grilling in the park with charcoal and they're not supposed to." "Really?" It's like, "Yeah, they're not supposed to. So, I just want to make sure, everything, blah, blah, blah." So she's being all like kindred.
Yeah, she is.
White lady. And she's like, that's kind of weird. And she's like, "What?" And it's like, "Well, I don't see a problem with it. There's never been a problem with it before."
Yeah.
And what's even weirder is the fact that you're talking to me a certain way, but you were just being nasty to them a second ago. And then she's like, "Yo, was she being nasty to you guys?" Like, "Yeah, like ever since she got here." It's like, wow, that's weird. So you're gonna be nice to me because I'm white, and you're gonna be nasty to them because they're black? Like, that's not right. And then the white lady started harassing her. So she was like,
I think that's when she started crying, right?
yeah, because they started going at it, like they were going at. But the thing is, if you would have just
Leave people alone.
exactly you
Touch
would've
your
had
nose.
that situation, and the police pulls up, and you're sitting there. like you're gonna do something about it, like, because he just pulled up. He's like, "Oh, they're out here barbecuing with charcoal, and they're harassing me." It's like, so you came over here when they're minding their own business, and you started bothering them.
Sounds accurate.
Like,
Yeah.
people don't got no sense, dog. Like,
There was a similar story of when what happened? There was this black couple that was trying to get a money order in one store, I don't know, up north, right? And the cashier wouldn't do it. Like, he kept on coming up with excuses where he can't do it, give him a cash money order because they're trying to pay the rent. So the girl was crying. The guys pulled out his camera phone and said, "This guy is not letting us get our money order going," and all that. Then a bunch of white ladies came to the rescue. So you gotta appreciate the ones that actually care, point blank, period. Yeah. Don't care about your race. Just say, "Yo, right is right, wrong is wrong." And they kept on pressing the person, say, "Yo, this is wrong. Yo, this is wrong. Why you just say, hey, miss, can you just give me the money so I could go make the money order for you?" And all kind of stuff like that. Then eventually that cashier felt horrible, and I guess he realized, I'm about to get fired.
if he didn't get fired already.
Yeah. and they just he eventually gave them their money order. But why did it have to go to that level?
Because he got put on the spot.
I guess.
Yeah, nobody want to be put on the spot,
Yeah.
There's no accountability. They want to take any credit for their foolishness.
Yeah, that's wild, dog. Like, it's like nowadays people want you to press them for you to get what you want. And sometimes it just be something simple, like if I'm going to the store to get a gallon of milk or something like that, and you tell me I can't buy the milk, and I'm like, why not? Well, this and that. I'm like, okay, I have money, I have milk, you're here, you work here, you run the register, give me my damn
milk. Yeah, that's your job. Your job is to serve.
For real. Like, it's a 1+1 situation. Like, don't make it any harder than it is, and you're messing with people's livelihood at that point. Like,
Yeah, so as opposed to that whole rent situation, like, yeah, don't mess with people like that, because like, if they didn't have any other place to go ahead and get their their money order or anything like that, then you're forcefully evicting them. Like, you're the one at fault. You may not see it that way because you're not looking at the bigger picture, but all these people trying to do is live. Which brings me to a whole nother thing, because I read this thing on Facebook, and it got me thinking a little bit, because I'm living this life. It says the most stressed people on the earth are between the ages of 18 and 33 years old. Woo! Because boomers tricked us into obtaining $20K plus in student loan debt, only to try to pay us $15 an hour upon graduation due to entry level status.
Yeah.
then want us to gain 8+ years of experience before giving us real raises, all while charging us $1,200 plus a month for an 875 square foot apartment.
Facts.
Oh,
There's no fiction to that. I mean,
I literally just measured my apartment. Like, I'm just under 800 square foot.
yeah. And the craziest thing about it is like that's pretty much how it is. Like there was somebody, I need to find it to because I don't like saying stuff without having the facts behind it. But like, dude did a study of how much it would cost to live in every single state, and from what it looked like, there is no way you can afford to live on your own without having 2+ jobs to completely cover bare minimum expenses.
Yeah.
and that's it's crazy how it works out that way. Like, I know, like, you know, government and everything like that, everything's a business, but at the same time, like, y'all killing people out here. Like, you know what people are going around doing just to get their bread up to pay that rent?
yo, and
You're gonna rob somebody else.
shoot, it's crazy because I'm married, and when you listen to somebody who comes from the 50s and 60s, you could actually have one person working, and not even a doctor or a lawyer, you know, but you can work a regular job and take care of your family. Now with 2 people working, you can't take care of your family. And not saying that statistic is not wrong. It's right because it's based on the fact that you do go to college and get an education. But it's like you're started in death. Mm-hmm. It's like you go to school to acquire death. It's like you think you go there to acquire knowledge. Because regardless if you gain the knowledge or not, there's one thing you leaving with. It's death. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah.
Because if you go to school and you get your degree, you have, it's like you're saying, oh, I got my degree and I got an opportunity to clear my debt. But if you go there and you goof off or you fail your classes and stuff like that, all you did was acquire debt, because them student loans is going to come back at you and be like, yo, I'm going to need my money. I'm gonna need you to deliver.
Like, I just literally just came from a graduation from a bunch of high school students, and they have no idea.
Promising futures.
Yeah, they're saying, "Oh yeah, wasn't this the most stressful time of your life?"
Yeah, I'm about to go to college.
I'm gonna be an astronaut and go to college and graduate and have a house before I'm 25. Oh,
they were so cute. They
Tyler.
Oh shoot, yo, talk about cute. I ain't gonna lie. I was feeling the wedding. You know, the royal wedding was.
Listen,
I didn't even get the peepee yet.
Listen, my mother's British, so let me just give you a description of what happened this morning. So my mom called me like 3:40 in the morning.
What?
I'm thinking something happened. I thought someone about to break in her house. I gotta go run over there.
I thought you was talking to your sleep, dog.
No, it's my mother, and she called me, and all she says, "So you coming over?" I'm like, "For what?" The wedding. I'm like, the what? Like, the wedding. I was like, "Oh, right. Yeah, I'm not coming over. No."
Trying to get to sleep.
I'll try to watch something here, but now I couldn't fall back asleep, so I'll put it on YouTube. Thank God for YouTube, by the way. They had the live streaming. Yeah, they had a live stream. PBS did a live stream through YouTube on there, and it was unreal. This might sound soppy. I love seeing weddings like that.
Yeah,
how much so much people care. I know a lot of Americans don't really care about this wedding. Like, who cares about these two getting? But understand, when you leave this country, there's so much love for weddings like that.
Well, and people, you know,
yeah.
I mean, it's crazy because when you look at a British wedding, it's like an inauguration for a president.
Yeah.
You know. Well, shout out to the wedding. I ain't gonna lie, the wedding was an excellent turnout. A lot of people was nervous because. His wife, you know, she's half black, and
beautiful mom,
beautiful, extremely beautiful.
Yeah,
but it's to show that, you know, the barrier is broken in different ways. So for young ladies out there who's mixed or dark skinned and who don't feel like you're not a queen and you're not a princess, you can stop that.
Yeah,
it's done. Now your aspiration could go even further, because that's what she's proved. Her gown was. I mean,
Obama proved that too.
Like, yo, Obama proved that in a presidential what they were saying, because America, I mean, African Americans do have their opportunities here. Depends on where you find your allegiance, but he shows that if you play your cards right and take the road seriously, you can get it done.
Yeah.
You know, and I gotta give him a shout out to President Obama for inspiring young African American male and female towards their success. And that for me is a whole nother topic. But
I still remember when your first daughter, when Obama got elected, she's screaming out, Obama, Obama.
Yeah.
Like, this girl was what, 1?
1 year, don't even know what she's screaming, but she's saying it.
Yeah, she's just saying, but she's saying that her first president is Obama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black. Yeah.
Yeah, Obama definitely is a likable character. And the thing I love about him the most is when he's in the public eye, he's not afraid to turn himself into a joke. Like when he had that whole scene where he was sitting at the table with the huge cookie and he was trying to dunk it in the milk, and then like he just kept hitting the glass, and he's like, thanks, Obama. Because like that was the thing that everybody was like, they were trying to pin everything on him, you know, when during his term, like every time something went bad, oh, it's raining outside, thanks, Obama. Red lights,
is due.
Thanks, Obama. Oh, rent went up, thanks, Obama. Like it was his fault.
Gas went down.
Thank you, Obama.
Gas is up right now.
Oh, gas went down because he's coming out of office soon.
Yeah.
But he just started his next term. I don't care.
You know, and that also brings up a lot of people that make statements like that have no common sense at all.
No.
Like none.
Well, I mean, somebody has to be the fall guy. I have a thing I like saying where one man terrorist is the next man's freedom fighter. So it just depends on what you're looking for. Oh, shoot. I had a dude, I'm not going to say where he's from, that told me that when Obama when Obama got elected, he had cold sweats at night.
Oh, okay. That's why you don't say where he's from.
Yeah, he said he had cold sweats at night. Like he woke up.
Weak arms are heavy.
Yo, homie woke up and was like,
"Mom, spaghetti.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't know what's gonna make today. How are you gonna survive?" And then when President Trump got elected, he was like, "Whoo! Now you guys gonna know what I felt like to be me." Yo, shout out to my man. Hey, yo, talking about that, yo, Buju Banton coming home in December.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Oh, you know, there's gonna be a lot of parties.
Yeah.
Even I never met the guy. I'm doing a mix for him.
Trevor's like, yo, I'm dropping that. Yeah, we're gonna need that. Buju's always been an influence on culture.
What did he get locked up?
Well, what he did get locked up for is for basically selling cocaine. Well, they caught him for making a transaction of purchasing cocaine from an undercover agent. So to me, it was a setup. But hey, I mean, if you put yourself in that position for something to happen to you,
hey man, my dude's rent was due. That's all that happened. Rent was due. He had to do what he had to do for that 875 square foot apartment.
Yeah, you know. You know.
I'm not encouraging selling drugs, by the way.
Hey. No, but that's sad.
I encourage selling it legally.
Yeah.
Like,
that's changing now.
Yeah.
It's
I
true.
wish they
Charge
do it in
taxes
Florida,
on it.
but, you know.
7%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I can't say, because if you look at California pertaining to stuff like that, California and Colorado, they're not saying they were the major contributors of this to clear this deficit, but it did. It's funny because it's something that they try to criminalize someone for, decriminalize it in other areas has profitable benefited the country in so many different ways.
Yeah, like look at Colorado. They cleared their state debt in less than a year.
Yeah.
What did they do? Like 6-7 months? Of that, doing it, like they completely wiped out the state's debt. The state has no debt. That's insane.
They have people who cleans their streets and their parks for their recreational products. Like they look, guys. Well, I mean, we know everybody's is feeling good. If you come out here and clean, we'll give you extra. And they're like, sure. Now they got people showing up every day just to clean. Their spot is clean. They don't got no crime. There's no death. They're paying people to come to college. Like, come live here. We'll pay your rent and utilities for you to live here.
Oh, yo, give me a plane ticket.
No, look it up. It's something serious. Yeah, it's serious. They're paying you to live there. They're like, look, we have so much money right now. You can't survive. We got you.
Come on over.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, he's like, I know you don't got a job, but you could help clean out this park. We'll just give you a brick. A brick of what? Like what? What? Yeah, we'll give you a whole pound.
Yeah, but hey, let's shout out to the deficit. Now, sometimes when I hear them say they ain't got no money, I'm like, you got money, you just don't want to share it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is.
Speaking of money, my dog T.I.
Woo.
Yeah, T.I. got himself into a little bit of heat this week, and from like at first it was like they made it look like he was the bad guy, and the thing is, like, when I saw the headline for this story, I kind of looked at it. I was like, T.I.'s not this stupid. He's not. Like, he already knows that, like, he was walking on
eggshells.
Yeah, eggshells with the whole gun situation and everything like that. There's no way that he's just gonna bust out and start wilding out.
I did go ahead and pull it up on CNN website. Mm-hmm. And what CNN has basically said that T.I. forgot the keys to his gated community. When he tried to go ahead and to go speak with the guard was sound asleep. Now, for one, if the resident comes home and you're sleeping, that's practically your job, bro. Yeah, you should have been awake.
It should have been your job to know your residence.
Know your resident.
Yeah.
And if T.I. didn't have his keys, he could have asked him for his ID, which would have made it easier. So basically, after T.I. they tried to wake him up. He ain't trying to get up. He was knocked out. Then when he did wake up, he was irated that T.I. woke him up out of his sleep, trying to get inside of his resident. So
kicked him in his chest.
This is smart. And he decided to call the police on T.I. harassing him. So now this is the thing: when you're a security guard, you're like the doorman to law enforcement. As bad as it sounds.
Yeah.
So when you call the police,
the truth.
The police is going to show up just like it was a police request for you to be here, regardless of what T.I. said. So when he's basically saying that T.I. is being rude, disorderly conduct, he threatened to slap him. Now, they didn't say T.I. threatened to slap him. He threatened him with assault. It's like, bro, like, wake up, let me slap you out of this sleep.
Assault?
Yeah.
Assault.
Well, because he threatened to slap him, to wake him up, basically. In disorderly conduct, and T.I. was drunk. Now he just got arrested. And that is sad. How do you get arrested coming home to your whole gated community?
It wasn't even just him. It was him and his boy that he called to come verify him.
Yeah.
They both got arrested together. And on top of that, he had called his wife who was at the residence in the community at the time. And she called down to the office and she was like, "What are you doing? Just let my husband inside. He lives here." Like, I'm sorry. Maybe it's just me. But if T.I. was walking through a crowd, I could spot him. I know what T.I. looks like. Like it.
But the crazy part is, look, if he called and they called his wife and she confirmed that he lives there and supposed to come inside, what is the problem? You shouldn't be arguing with T.I. back. T.I., Mr. Tip, I'm sorry. It's simple. I'm sorry. I know I fell asleep. I'm sorry. Have a good night, sir. I'm gonna let you in.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
And point blank period. What you doing sleeping?
On the job.
You're security.
See, and he got into it
Craig.
with T.I.'s wife, too.
Yeah.
He got into it with T.I.'s wife on the phone and talking about, "Oh, who you talking to like that, bro? You already got caught sleeping at your job. Like, if you ain't fired by now, dog, your boss loves you. I'm telling you right now, because, like, if this would have caught wind and I would have woke up in the morning with my cup of coffee and I would have saw that on the news, Jeff."
And the crazy thing about it is,
text message, "Don't come into work tomorrow."
yeah, but that's the crazy thing about it is that when the police got there, they didn't ask T.I. any questions.
Yeah, they just took him.
They showed up and put him straight in handcuffs. Like,
and he asked them what he was getting arrested for, and they were saying, "Oh, for acting a fool."
We'll talk about people acting a fool. We got this Azalea Banks and Cardi B foolishness. Are you guys pretty much aware of what happened with that?
If you wanted to.
I heard one sentence. I heard there was some type of issue going on between them two, and I just tuned out because I don't understand. At least one thing, I'm not a fan of Azalea Banks.
Well,
I'm not saying she's bad or nothing. I'm just not a fan. I just don't know anything of her. That one track she had, the 2-on-1 or something.
I really can't say I know her. I know she's a musician.
I just know Ice Princess.
Sure.
That's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah.
That's one. That's the only one.
It's a lot, bro.
More than me.
I like that track too. That track was nice, but
Yeah, but her actions since she been in the spotlight has been kind of horrible
Yeah.
and not making any sense.
She's just hard to work with. She's hard to talk to.
she does what she wants.
Yeah, well, I
They
mean,
can't take no
constructive
for an
criticism.
answer, and that too. Yeah,
Well, basically, she had a Breakfast Club interview, and I mean, she talked about a lot of things, but I guess one of the things she was talking about is the direction young African American ladies were heading before the musician called the Barty Princess Cardi B took to the airwaves, because she's basically saying that before Cardi B started doing her thing or became popular making music, the music that young African American ladies were putting out was substance, you know. And she used references like Beyonce had Lemonade and stuff of that. And then when Cardi came in, it was like they took 15 steps forward and Cardi made them took like 100 back. That's basically how she tried to put it.
now as consumers in this room, do y'all believe that?
No, I like where Cardi B's coming from, because personally, I like the underdogs. I like someone who had to do something a little bit different. I mean, everybody comes and grow in a system. Yeah, like we were talking about earlier, going to college. Like if you go to school, then get the degree, you'll get the good job. I mean, homegirl's situation wasn't like that. And well, yeah, Cardi B did go to college and drop out, but that's a whole other conversation. But her situation is like that. She found success her own way. And in her music, she's not denying where she came from.
Yeah,
So you can't hurt someone for telling their truth. Like if she was lying, I would have said, yes, well, she's a liar. She's not talking about her natural experiences, but she's talking about her truth. Yeah, I got a bag and fix my teeth. Her teeth need a fixing. She got a bag and fix it.
and she used to strip. Like
Yeah, she ain't stripping no more.
She put herself out there, which is a part of the reason I respect her as well. So like you can't knock anybody hustle for doing that. At the same time, like if you have somebody that's willing to air themselves out like that, they don't have anything to lose. Like they already put everything on the table. Like even when whatchamacallit, which one of them is she dating? Is it Quavo?
No,
Offset.
Offset,
Right.
yeah.
Even when he had cheated on her or whatever, the media knew about it, and then they asked her how she felt about it. She was like, "Yeah, we're past that right now. But
Yeah.
if he does it again, I'm gonna f him up." Like,
Yeah.
like that type of thing. Like you
keep it
you
real.
keep it moving. Like you keep it real and you keep it moving. Like
Shoot, it's the same thing I felt Tia Marie when she did her little thing. She was keeping it moving, and now I found out she's suing 50 Cent and the boyfriend.
On real, I would kind of understand. No, because that's revenge porn.
It is revenge porn, but it got posted on her IG account.
It's on her IG
Yeah.
account.
So look, this is her scenario. This is where it gets funny. Her boyfriend had got her password to her IG account, leaked the footage and the picture on her IG account. 50 Cent saw the footage on her IG account, and he basically reposted it.
So even if,
she can't sue him.
but wait, hold on. So you're saying the boyfriend leaked it on and put it on her account?
Yes. So
she can still sue the boyfriend.
She can still sue the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Now the boyfriend and 50 Cent are friends.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why else would he?
Why else would he do it, right?
Yeah.
So she's suing both of them because she's saying because he reposted it, right? Or he basically posted the same thing that, it's revenge porn on him as well. Well, and I'm saying
I think that 50 Cent is a little bit extreme, but he's paid for that. But still,
But how
she can't sue him.
But how is she gonna prove? How she's gonna prove that the boyfriend is the one that accessed her IG account, right, and posted it?
that's what lawyers and juries gotta solve that problem. I have no idea.
And,
how.
yeah,
I mean, as far as like the whole thing, like if it got posted to a public account and shared from a public account, like if I post something on my page and somebody shares it, I can't sue them for that. It's on a public site.
Yeah,
like
the 50 Cent one is, I could understand where he could get away with that, but the boyfriend,
she still has to prove he did it.
you have to
she's-
prove that because
like-
it's on your account, so it's going to be difficult to do that.
Yeah, for all that can happen is he could be like, oh, we got into a fight. Now she's being petty, so she went ahead and threw that up on there, and she's trying to say I did it.
Yeah.
It's her phone. And then you're going to be like, you know what? He has a point.
By the way, I'm trying to keep this PG as possible. This is why I don't record.
Yeah.
This is why. Because not to say my stuff's going to be out there. It's just, it's the chance.
I would say that. So look, and that's what I'm saying. Look, when people do stuff like that, Trev, you're doing it willingly knowing that this could happen.
Yeah.
So if you record it in your private, there's like a 90% chance, I should say, that it will get released. One form of shit, because you're gonna get. This is what could happen. If you don't take it off your phone and you get an old phone, you have that phone for quite some time, you get a brand new phone and you throw it away. There's a possibility of someone finding this old phone.
There's always evidence on it.
Yep. And there it goes. That's just one way.
Yeah.
Then for one, it goes to whatever cloud. If it's not the Android cloud or the Apple cloud, right? Then it gets hacked there. It's gone. So people are constantly taking chances. You know how to know someone didn't hack her Apple Cloud account and got her Instagram password and then saw this footage and was like, whoa, let's
cause some chaos.
Yeah, let me just post it. So there's so many ways you can go about it, but you're right, Trev. That's why you shouldn't. If you don't,
all my exes, the stuff they used to send me, it's all deleted now because I'm more like
you're never using it anymore.
I'm not enjoying you anymore.
I'm not gonna use it.
I don't need to enjoy you anymore.
It's like, yeah.
I have a little bit level of respect on that. I'm like, yeah, just not continue have that same pictures or videos ever again. You know what I mean? So that's just me. But
like that appetite has been closed.
Yeah, like that door shut.
Yeah, but she's actually going out. She's going out with a dude still.
So she's suing them and she's still going out?
Well, since the situation just happened, because this is crazy. They posted a video of both of them together, the boyfriend, of her asking him, babe, did you post this on my IG account? And I'm like, what?
I wouldn't even say babe, nothing. Hey, N-word. What did you post this so much?
That was a video. She's looking at her IG account. He's back there. I think it was either him or somebody's recording and she's asking him. And he's like, no, it's not me. I would have never posted that. Which is like him technically clearing himself on footage saying that I'm not the one who leaked it.
Exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, it came from your
The way they get away with BS, that's just I'm sorry for girls that go, because just a lot of girls that go through this.
Yeah.
It's not just her. Like, you thinking, oh, I can trust him. Let me give him all the freaky stuff. Then realize, he petty. And you broke his heart, so he's gonna break your
Speaking of petty, do you remember that video that came? I think it was last year with the chick that was sitting there and like it hit Facebook like a wildfire. Homegirl was getting smashed out by this dude or whatever, and then you're just sitting here like, okay, and then the camera like pans over to the left, and there's a baby on the same bed, fully awake.
I remember that.
Like, yo,
she had that. You will never remember this. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Mommy's just wrestling.
Yeah, mommy's just wrestling. Shit, mom's wrestling with DCF. That's the easiest way to roll somebody under that bus. Your face is in there. Your kid's face is. Oh, so that's not you? Chantrell, come on. Come on.
Miss Jackson.
I hope that's not their name.
I don't know what their name is,
but still, I mean, what trophy? Maybe because I was showed to them when I was younger. What kind of trophy do you receive for leaking them kind of videos of the girl that you smashed? I don't get the.
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you.
Understand it.
I'm gonna say this, and I can't speak for Caucasian ladies, but African American girls or black girls in general, they have a mount on them, especially when you and them separate or they feel like they're above you. And sometimes I'm not gonna say the guys are right because two wrongs don't make a right. But some of these ladies been doing some things and saying some things to people that and thought these ideas because we're breaking up and I'm trying to be cordial, and then if you see me in the street and you want to start Oh, da 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 da
Wanted
da
to
da.
start
Yeah,
something.
So you take one of the lowest bullets you
Yeah.
can find
And hit.
shoot.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, still, I don't understand it.
yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah, but that's the reason why I said Trev.
Yeah.
2 wrongs don't make it right.
Right,
but
right.
it's like, you know what? It's food for thought for people in general.
Yeah.
If you don't want someone to throw you a low blow, don't throw a low blow.
Yeah.
Because as you be thinking, oh, I'm gonna hit you with a low blow, and as petty as it sounds, there's people out there who's like, yo, is that your low? Let me show you how low can I go.
Exactly. Like, yeah, people will go to great lengths to destroy you the second you do something ill. Like, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Especially if you
sad.
got kids too.
and the girls are normally the receiving ends of this. It's never the guy who smash. The guy who's giving the smash is like like he got a
So
trophy.
celebrated. Then the girls look like a whole
Yeah.
slut, all that.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh, he's a horrible father. Doesn't take care of his kids.
And we-
Oh,
we
word.
forgive that.
Throw a neck in the 7-Eleven bathroom.
Yeah.
Like, that's just
Yeah, but
retaliation right there.
We this society we live in, we forgive the deadbeat dads. We
Yeah.
like, oh, you just man, you just doing your thing. But if a girl want to sleep with would not be in a relationship, but she's like, like that show, She's Gotta Have It.
Yeah,
If she's on that kind of level, oh, she a hoe.
she a hoe.
But we the main hoes out here too. I
Yeah,
think we're
true.
more hoes than
We get a password.
my first. Hey, I mean, you might know more. I don't know, but I'm just saying.
I think it's a 50-50 endeavor. It depends on the person.
It is because I'm gonna say this: girls have more control in that area than guys do. Because as bad as it sounds, I mean, I'm not one of the guys who you can throw any football and I'm gonna catch it.
Same
But
here.
I mean, for a girl has way more control to that. Because at the end of the day, they do get if the girl don't get the final say, it's rape,
Right.
and that's real.
Remember when that was a big thing a couple years ago?
Yeah.
A couple of years ago. You mean yesterday?
Word?
You mean earlier this morning?
Yeah, like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just saying, because it was all over the news and stuff like that. Like, with the chicks that would just come, so you're not going to do such and such? All right, yo, he raped me.
Yeah, and that's it.
And, like, the thing is like, you already got, their DNA inside of you. So you run up and you do that. You're like, oh, yeah, he raped me. And, like, what
With a
more do
quick
they
come
have
up,
to go
yeah.
off of than
Yo,
that? Like, you just effectively gave somebody 20 years in prison.
You know, it's funny. They always catch them. Oh, your DNA was inside of you. It's like when people go ahead and rape people, there's no thought of using the protection. It's like, let me just stop this DNA from being inside of you.
But doesn't sweat still get in there?
No.
too? At least I don't know. I don't have.
I mean, but I'm just saying. I mean, sweat, and you're right. Sweat is something different, but
Yeah.
you're talking about a whole other conversation. Instead of being at the front of the entrance, it's more all the way inside. But it's like no one ever thought about going ahead and protecting themselves while they're doing the rape. So it's always easy to get caught on that, because that would have been the first thing. If a girl would probably say, "Hey, I raped her," or something, that I'm gonna need you guys to give me some proof, because how do you know someone really got raped? And if it's so easy for a girl to say, "Hey, I got raped," and you're automatically being arrested, because it's you're innocent and proven guilty, but society is changing the fact that you're guilty until you're proven innocent.
Yeah, that's society. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
My opinion is like I'm just scared for a lot of these girls. Even my little cousin who just graduated today, like I'm scared for her to go out in these streets sometimes, because these guys out here are quick to drop something in your drink,
Yeah.
fool around with you, then you try to get help, but
You can't.
people can say, "Nah, you just gave it up to them."
Yeah, because you were a little tiny black dress.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Well, you
This
know,
world I don't understand though.
I want to say, I tell the ladies, don't dress like a police officer if you're not a police.
There's that, but I know a lot of times, which I kind of don't understand either. A lot of times they're trying to look good for other girls, not on the whole lesbian tip.
Yeah.
They're just saying, "Oh, girl, you look good."
Yeah.
Right on that tip. But then when they get the compliment from the guy, like, "Ew, thirsty."
Yeah. It's like, so why did you
I have a
put
boyfriend. I don't want you. Get away from me.
So don't
You heard
dress.
that a lot, huh?
I,
You said that's my
oh
script.
no. That's because I had seen a meme about it, but
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
it's I don't approach people like that.
And that's that too. Like, see,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't-
clubs. Like, I can't approach girls up in clubs. Like, yo, do you know how they look when that light's on?
Shoot.
You ever? Like, I know that you
Get a bottle of water and go like this,
I'm-
wet your face up.
I was never a
You
club
wasn't really a
person.
club person, but back in the day, shout out to all those people back in the Metro and back in Sanctuary, back in what else? Tequila Willie's, or back in whatever
Back
spots
in the day,
that used to be out here. Everyone's having a good time. Everyone whining, dancing. Everyone groping, grinding. That light, it's
Turn
like
up.
all the roaches is at
yeah,
like,
it
People
was
in
like
there
a roach.
looking
Yeah.
hurt.
yeah, and you just look at your dancing partner and be like,
Yo, who's you?
Johnny,
I had fun. Who you?
leave my number, by the way.
Yeah, be like, yeah. I thought you said we were gonna meet back at your house. No, I did not. Delete that address.
Yeah, I could tell me like the couple of times I went out with y'all when y'all were hitting the block like that. Like I was just sitting here, I was like, I don't need this.
Well,
This doesn't do anything for me.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, because if I didn't have my wife be out there sometimes, that's what it was. You know, because you know that Bruno Mars song was popping off at the time. You should have buy her flowers.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
she was dancing, so I was just trying to make sure my woman was trying to dance with another man.
True. Yeah, it was nice being in a relationship when you go out to those clubs. But when you're single,
Yeah,
and then you want to try to approach some girl, but then again, you don't look like you about to rape her. Like, it was like so confusing. Like,
Yeah, it's
like,
like-
double dutch. You're like, oh, should
I go?
No.
He's like, don't touch me, but I'll give you a dance in the club. I'm confused. I'm confused. I can't touch you naturally, like if you see me in the street, but if you got like two shots in you, believe me, we will bust a move in the club. And until as this a trip, you turn the lights on, it's like a roach.
You realize you made a horrible mistake. But the girls be doing it too. They'll be like, oh God, he too Anyway, sorry, we were on a whole tangent on club life that we once had. You want to talk about that shooting?
Well, I mean, what can we say about the shooting?
It's the 22nd one that's happened so far.
Yeah,
It
and
is only May.
yeah, we're not even halfway through the year yet.
Like that's insane. Like, and on top of that, you got the INCEL people going around. Like, that's the one that I wanted to talk about. Is you guys know what INCEL is?
No.
Involuntarily celibate.
Wait. I don't understand this definition.
Okay, all right. I shouldn't be laughing because like it's a sad case. It's
Say it again. What's the word again?
INCEL. So in for involuntary and cell for celibate. So
Involuntary
Celibate.
Okay, so
I'm trying to define
basically-
it while you talk.
it's
I know, I
basically
mean-
people that they wanna fornicate and have relations with women and stuff like that. Sometimes women with men, and they just don't have that appeal. They don't have the swagger. Like they don't know how to talk to people, and people don't give them the time of day, and they think it's because women now prefer their more masculine counterparts, stuff like that, so they miss out. Let me pull up the article real
Wait, so
quick.
they're basically saying girls don't want me because they're this is called incel?
Yeah, so basically
Involuntary
people who's not attractive enough or don't have enough confidence to go get something for themselves,
Yeah.
they feel like they're just celibate because they don't have a choice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
That's basically what it is. Well, I think there's another word for that, but
Sim. But
all right, so I got an article right here. It says, Incel Rebellion. This is not an organized militant group, but rather an ideal developed by the so-called Incel movement, an online community of the men united by their inability to convince women to have sex with them. Some self-identified incels, as they call themselves, have developed an elaborate socio-political explanation for their sexual failures. One that centers on the idea that women are shallow, vicious, and only attracted to hyper-muscular men. They see this as a profound injustice against men like them who suffer an inherent genetic disadvantage through no fault of their own. A small radical fringe believes that violence, especially against women, is an appropriate response, that an incel rebellion or beta male uprising will eventually overturn the sexual status quo. Now, here's what's wrong with this. I'm still trying not to laugh because there have been 2 confirmed cases so far. The last one being 10 people killed by a man driving a van down busy street in Toronto. If you don't know how to talk to women, it's okay. It happens. There are people that are like that. Like you don't know how to talk to girls. You might have friends that do. They had that show called The Pickup Artists that came out like 5 or 6 years ago or something like that. There's ways to cope with that. Like by doing something like this, what do you gain from it? Like what you gonna go out? Oh, well, Becky doesn't want to go out on a date with me. She thinks I'm weird, so I'm gonna go in the middle of Publix and start shooting up everybody. Like what are you gonna get from that? Becky's gonna turn around and be like, oh damn, that was hard. But and then you're gonna go out with her. She's gonna smash you now. Like what's the point of it? And then they had the whatchamacallit, the dude that did the first thing, Elliot Rodger, who ended up getting killed. He's their supposed idealist leader. He's dead, by the way, because when he pulled his off, he got shot. So it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't.
Well, I mean, if you can do an incel group, you should just be smashing everybody in the incel group.
Yeah, yeah. Well, then again, maybe there's not a lot of females in that.
Well, I'm just saying,
but it's an online community of men. It's all dudes.
It's all dudes. Oh, okay. Oh.
Well, they got sex bots.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I mean,
that one girl that joined, though.
Yeah.
So you down for the movement, right?
You got to be down for the movement if you join. But that's a whole other conversation. But Trevor, you're right. They if that's what it is. I mean, look. I mean, I'm not saying that I support prostitution or anything like that. But if it's legal in whatever area it's legal in, and that's what you feel, I mean, go purchase it.
Find it.
Yeah. Right. Go do your thing. It's not even that true because you have some female who in that profession who I've spoken to over the years who was like. You'd be surprised. A lot of the people that they are their clients are people who just want to talk. They want to get down to the other part of the session at one point, but it's like they're paying to talk. And then when you teach them, you talk to them enough and you build that confidence up in them, and they finally go find that person for them. So that's basically what it is. I mean, you just it wouldn't hurt, as Dennis said, to pick up artists.
Yeah, like it. I just read another part of the article. It says. Manassian is not the first to turn. Manassian is a dude with the van. It's not the first to turn these violent fantasies into reality. In 2014, a sexually frustrated man named Elliot Rodger killed 6 and wounded 14 in a shooting spree in Santa Barbara, California. He justifies his actions in a lengthy and creepy manifesto sent to acquaintances and the widely shared online as a retaliation against women as a group for refusing to provide him with the sex that he is owed. The man has that he is owed.
Hey, if you're making deposits and you ain't getting no returns, dog, you owed something.
This man has become a hero to many incels. The Toronto perpetrator praised him as the supreme gentleman, a term the California shooter coined for himself.
I'm sorry, guys.
So, okay, so I'm guessing what happened is, old boy wanted to go out on a date with some chick, asked her about 45 times. She gave him the time of day. He took her out to eat, bought her a meal, thought he was smashing afterwards. Didn't happen. and
he made an investment, sure.
Yeah, he made an investment, or he probably took her to McDonald's or something like that. Let her supersize right quick,
Oh my.
and then and then he didn't get nothing out of it. Like you shouldn't.
And
watch
the ice cream
that.
machine did not break that night.
Yo,
What?
the
So she
ice
got
cream
the
machine,
ice
yo,
cream.
and
Yo.
it came out perfect. They had extra M&Ms in the McFlurry and all that. But like, if that's your goal at the end of the night,
I'm sorry,
you
that's
already
a
approached the
horrible
mission
thing,
wrong.
Chris. I just thinking about it right now.
There's people that do that, Trey. Like,
Like, I know I've been broke, but to McDonald's as a date,
Yeah.
I used to have birthdays at McDonald's back in the 90s. That's when you know how broke I was.
Yeah, hey.
Like,
yo, that reminds me. I see this video. It was a while back. Dude sitting there, in the car with the chick, pulls up to the McDonald's drive-thru, and I guess they were talking about going back to the crib or something like that, and hanging out. And she was like, "Oh, well, we're not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna have sex with you or anything like that. I just want you to know." It's like, "Oh, okay." So he sits there and he puts in his order, and then he looks at her. So what you gonna get? Yes, creep, dog. It's like it. I don't know. I'm not that type of dude. So like that whole type of mentality, it seems like a waste. It really does. And like the fact that there's a group of these guys that actually go around killing people.
are these like are these all like high schoolers?
No,
Like high
it's
school guys?
men.
Or these
like,
are grown men?
These are like various ages. So it's for me, it's
should've turned
sad.
off
Like
the
I'm sorry, but you're a coward. Like at the end of the day, you're a coward. Like you can find things to get around that. Not saying that you can walk up to anybody and just be like, "Oh yeah, go out on a date with me." Like people have their own interests and stuff like that too. Maybe the girl that you rolled up on, you're not her cup of tea, and that's okay. You're not going to be everybody's cup of
There's
tea.
going to be a lot of
Exactly.
not a lot of these girls are not going to like you.
Exactly.
Just deal with it.
Find another cup.
A lot of girls don't like me. They just don't.
Yeah,
Plus, there's a lot that do.
exactly. Like
Go find
just find another cup. Like it works the same way for everyone. Like just how Trevor said it, it's the same way for me. I got
Yeah,
ones
I mean,
that don't, and I got ones that do. Like
Yeah.
it is what it is.
There's one person for every person out there.
Yeah.
If you ain't looking, you ain't gonna find it. And at the rate that I'm not to be homophobic, but at the rate homosexuality is opening up in two different communities. I mean, women are losing males and males are losing women. So take your shot.
I'll never get that far off the deep end.
No, but I'm not saying in that sense. I mean that, for example, they say if you go to Atlanta, right, the ladies out there outnumbers the guys like 5-1,
Yeah.
right? So if I'm an incel guy, and if that means I would be doing my research.
I would never want to say that.
But I'm just saying. But if you, what I'm not saying, sure. But if you're incel and you're doing your research, your number statistics should let you know you're outnumbered 4-1 in that area. It's like going fishing. You feel me? I'm not gonna go fishing in waters where there ain't no fishing. You think all the fish are biting over there?
Yeah, go somewhere where it's biting.
Where they biting?
Off your bait. Not even just biting off your bait.
Yeah.
Like if you're a nerd, which I am one, I'm not discrediting nerds. If you're a nerd, go find yourself a nerd girl.
You're out here waiting.
MegaCon is what, next week?
Yeah, right here. Was it right here in Orlando, right?
Yeah.
Hey.
Comic-Con is somewhere, sometime, whatever. But yo, go find one. Like it's just, but to cause mass murder over not being liked,
Well, I mean, sure, we talk about mass murder. So
being
let's.
swiped left,
I want to get to the
multiple
shooting.
times. Like multiple. That's sad, bro. I'm sorry, but rest in peace to the 10 victims of this shooting.
It's like, guys, where does it start? Where does it stop? I want you guys to give me an opinion. Do you think taking weapons away from people would prevent this?
No. Honestly, no. Because at the end of the day, humans are innovative. We turned the wheel into a tire. We took the tire, added more stuff to it, turned it into a car. Added more stuff to that, turned it into a plane. added more stuff to that, sent it into outer space. If you think taking a gun from somebody is going to stop the violence, it's not going to. People are going to find different ways. There's knives. They can make spears. They can do this. You had a kid that made a freaking 3D printed gun.
Yeah.
That fired one bullet. Like as soon as the bullet went off, it broke the gun. But it was 122 caliber shot. That's all you really need. Like to pop off a situation. Like you can turn anything into a weapon. It's not stopping anything. But at the same time, like for, children's safety and everything like that, they got to start reinforcing these schools. Like I saw somebody had posted this thing talking about, why don't you just arm, the veterans and stuff like that of local areas and have them, police the schools and stuff like that. It's not a bad idea. Like, give them something to do. Like, you got a bunch of veterans that are out of work. You'll give them a job, something like that. Yeah. Like, of course, give them, like, the psychology test and everything like that. Make sure they're stable and stuff like that. Because, not every...
Lot is not.
Yeah, but I want to say... But, like, it's the easiest fix to a problem. That way you don't have to come home from work one day and find out that your kid was one of the ones that didn't make it. Or whatnot.
And we have to be tighter in the school, guys. I mean, I picked my child up from daycare, and I would say not to knock their school. It is pretty easy for someone to walk into a school, pretty much easy. And when you watch where the kids play, too easy is an overstatement or an understatement. But if you have a sniper rifle, people can sit down and do the darndest things. So it's not even like, granted, these shootings are going on, but these people really don't have to go into the school to make it happen. I think they need to have some tougher laws, just to help stand, or they need to figure out a better system for the school, for people can get contact or visit with someone inside.
Yeah,
because as a parent, when you drop your child off at school and go to work, you're dropping your child for school knowing that your child is supposed to be safe.
Yeah. And
what they're telling us now is that you're not safe. Now, it's not all of us make enough money to homeschool our kids. So for you to homeschool your kids, you have to be in a certain income bracket to really make that happen.
You can relax and say, all right, my kids, I don't have to worry about feeding them because we got money, so I can homeschool my kids or whatever. Right.
So the question is who does this really affect more than anything else?
I know one thing is, I think what needs to be fixed, because a lot of these shootings, the people the kids with guns, where they got the guns from?
Yeah.
The parents. Which I think a lot of the problem is the parents don't know your kid.
Yeah, no, you don't.
You just say, he plays with that. No, do you know how he feels every day?
Yeah.
Do you know what struggles he goes through? Like, you gotta know your kid, not just say, you're allergic to peanuts. No, do you know that he hurts? He cries. He writes in a diary. He kind of wants to join a KKK group.
Most people don't.
Yeah, that's one issue to this whole thing. You don't know your kids.
People don't get involved.
Because a lot of these kids, I know I went through my depression days, and I didn't know how to cry out. A lot of these kids now, they figure out the way to cry out is make other people hurt. I almost make myself hurt by doing the unthinkable, right? But thank God I didn't. But these kids, they're doing the other unthinkable, which is taking other lives. Then eventually, I'm done. Now I'm going to kill myself. Which I'm hearing a lot of people on the radio or TV or whatever say, if you want to kill a bunch of people, then kill yourself. Then first of all, kill yourself first. Yeah. Then see if you can still do the rest. Yeah, of course you can't.
I mean, it's the same way that how you said. Like, I went through my own struggles with that too, and like, sad to say, like, even when you do have like certain people that are there, like parents and stuff like that, they may not quite understand it, especially when it comes from island people and stuff like that. Because I know my parents, they just thought it was a phase. They're like, you're just acting, or you're doing whatever. Like, you'll get over it soon enough. And like it was like, granted, like I had a wonderful support group, you guys, friends, stuff like that. But like, some people don't have that, like they don't know who to reach out to. They don't know who they can talk to, or like the incel people, they just don't know how to talk to people, you know? So like it gets more difficult for them, and they just, I don't know what triggers that light bulb to go ding. Let me go buy AR-15 and start lighting everything
Yeah, but
up.
it's society, man.
And one thing I hate is they keep blaming video games. I hate that.
Bruh, like,
that's an easy excuse.
Yo, Rockstar Games done went through so many lawsuits right now. It's ridiculous, and they made it out of every single one.
Yeah, because
you can't blame it. It's like, it's because you, my kid started. He's like,
Yeah, but
you bought it for him.
Yeah,
though.
you take your child to go buy it. You're supposed to research this
And
stuff.
that's another thing. Like, a lot of these games are rated R,
Yeah.
but yet you buy it for your 11-year-old, 7-year-old kid.
Timmy's just like that. He knows it's a video game. No.
Does he? Like, I know when I used to watch wrestling, I used to practice wrestling moves off my cousins.
Yeah.
Shout out to DJ, because my bad.
Shoot.
My bad.
Dropping that sharpshooter.
Yeah.
bruh.
I used to do that
Yo,
move.
I used to drop my cousins.
Trevor, I know how to do the torture rock,
I
dog.
knew how to do power bomb. One time I power bombed this one kid from the neighborhood. and
Pedigree?
He didn't get up right.
No. Yeah. Yo, he lay there for a little bit.
Yeah, he was like, oh, get up, hey, before my mom cut up. Get up.
I remember giving a guy a little, forgot his name. Oh Lord, this is like 20 years ago.
What, Triple X or?
No, I gave him a pile driver.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
God, you
yeah.
almost killed somebody.
Yeah, you almost-
You just think about it, these
Yeah.
are deadly moves.
Yo, dog, I remember back when I was in middle school and wrestling was on the incline. Kids used to just run down the hallways, rock bottoming and stone cold standing each other.
Yeah.
Dog, let me see you, and I knew who you were. Whoop, grab him by the neck, drop,
Started.
and then you just take off running, and
Yeah.
you leave him there. Like that's what
You see-
everybody. I got caught so many times.
Yeah.
Yo,
Daddy.
yeah, let me talk to you right. What? And then you'll
Stop,
sit there,
stop,
you'll
stop.
do it to a
Stop,
kid,
stop.
and everybody be like, oh, and then another kid will come out of the crowd and catch you right after. Like, but the thing is, we did it for fun. Like, you know, like we were all cool after that. Like, Granny had some that were a little pissed off because they got caught off guard, and people don't like being embarrassed.
Yeah,
but we did it for fun.
The latest one I've noticed, which looked fun, is when you dunking on somebody randomly.
Yeah.
Like, you're in the hallway, they turn
Oh,
away.
yeah, I
they
love
says, well, the big dunk on them. Like, oh. Like, that looked cool. But,
What's up?
see, video games didn't make me go hop into a random tunnel and eat mushrooms and try to spit fireballs.
Exactly.
So, what are you trying to say?
did it.
And to say this, our video game from back in our time was even more violent because we didn't have the rated R content on our stuff. This generation has that. It's like
warnings.
yeah,
But yet you feed your kids these same things. You know how much kids that we see at GameStop?
yeah.
They'll just walk in and be like, oh, let me get the new whatever. And the GameStop people are smart. It says, how old are you?
Yeah.
Nah, you good.
And then they go
But get the mom.
Where's your mom?
oh, mommy's right here, and you're buying this for him. Yes, all the kids play it.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, like, I was at this graduation breakfast just now, and this little kid, he probably like 10 years old, and he was asking a bunch of us, is like, yo, y'all play Fortnite? I'm like, dude, you're a little bit too young to be playing
Fortnite, yeah.
I mean, Fortnite is colorful and cartoony, but still, you're picking up shotguns,
Yeah.
you're looting, you're jumping out of airplanes. Hopefully, you can land. Like, if you were just like maybe 13, I'd be like, yeah, go
I understand,
ahead.
but you know,
But 10, nah, bro. Nah, but I mean, back to this.
Well, should there be an age where I mean, granted, they already have limits on where they think you're too young to play certain games. Should it be lowered
we mean, or as in,
or raised? Sorry, like raised.
no, I don't. That's not going to change
it
because
should be followed. It shouldn't be raised or lowered. It should be followed.
it needs to be monitored by a parent because if you're a parent and you're not monitoring what your child is doing or what your child is playing, like for example, as I said, I like to research stuff. So if my son would look at me, Daddy, I want this game, I'm gonna jump on YouTube and see what this game is about.
Yeah.
And to be like, oh well, I said like, no, you can't. I can't have you playing this. Why, Daddy? Because this is a little bit too violent.
Yeah, I remember when I was sitting in the living room And me and my cousins, like my cousins used to come up every summer, and they'd stay like for like 2 months, and we'd go out, play video games, stuff like that. It was cool. So we had a PS2, and on that PS2 we had Vice City. I don't know if y'all beat Vice City, right?
Like 500 times.
All right, so you remember that one mission where the Haitians and the Cuban dudes are doing that drug deal?
Yeah.
And then Tommy Versetti or whatever, he's the only one I remember. And
I just remember that soundtrack.
Yeah.
I loved it.
yeah,
Music
the
in the car.
soundtrack was amazing.
Yeah, that was good.
So pulls up, and then you just hear like the dudes with the voice of, oh, my T-Wo, my T. Like the Haitians started speaking Creole, and my mom just so happened to come out and walk by, and she froze because she heard it, and I was like, shh. And then you just heard the Cuban dude, oh, kill those bleeping Haitians. My mom was like, excuse me, it's a video game. It's a video game. Yo, she started wilding, dog.
Turn it
She's
off.
like, what are y'all playing out here? It's like, well, you want to play Tekken? Yeah, let's play Tekken. Yo, she was pissed because they don't pay attention to stuff like that. Like it was proof that your parents don't pay attention to what you're doing. Because the second she found out, she was like, I don't want to see you playing that game.
See, that's a different generation than ours. Ours grew up where computers were just about to be in our hands, and we were playing Nintendo. What's the system before Nintendo?
What are you talking
Atari.
Atari,
Yeah.
and we're playing games. We grew up with games. We grew up from the crop to the look like some of the game. I'm definitely buying
From
that.
Frogger
Becoming
to
Human.
Soul Calibur, dog.
Yeah, right. So we grew up with it. So we gotta know how to teach the next generation how to play it properly and how to monitor it properly. But the generation before us, they're like, yo, they're just in their room doing whatever. Do you know what games I had? Did you know?
Yeah, if my mom knew I was playing Resident Evil back in the day,
She would wild out.
Fainted. I was screaming and I fainted playing Resident Evil. I'm
couldn't-
sorry I admitted this on the podcast.
I couldn't play Resident Evil 4 after 6 o'clock.
Yeah, no,
Like as soon as the sun started going down, I was like, I'm good.
yeah, you
I
want to
switch off something else.
The same for me with Gears of War, the first one.
I like the first Gears of
I
War.
love the game, but
It was
at
creepy,
night,
yeah.
nah, I should not be touching this
Because you're like,
they come out of nowhere and just chop you up.
Shit, I remember playing like my first Silent Hill game. I'm sitting there, and mind you, I had borrowed it from somebody. So I'm sitting here, I'm going through it, and there was this one scene where you walking around with the flashlight, you got the camera and all that, and like you got the camera and all that or whatever. So like, all right, cool. Walk into this bathroom, you're using the camera flash to, look around. Nothing here, nothing here. There's no music, no nothing. Look at yourself in the mirror. Okay, cool. Turn around, look back, see something out of the corner of your eye. Look in the mirror again, and you see somebody behind you. All you heard was that. I powered it down. Like, right here. I powered it down.
Like,
I was
it.
like, I can't play that. Like, I'm done, dog. Like,
that's
I
it.
think we were way more sensitive.
Oh,
to the
yeah,
games
bro.
compared to the kids now. Because they're like, oh, it's just a game. But then there's some that take it a little bit too far.
Yeah.
But it's a low percentage compared to what media is saying it is out here.
Yeah, because we didn't grow up in the golden age of online gaming. Like, all of our games were
You better
tailored
come
towards...
to my house to play this
Yeah.
game.
Exactly.
We ain't talking over no internet. What's the internet? You mean
Yeah.
AOL? You mean that dial-up that it will cut off when someone takes up their house phone?
Our calls?
For real, dog.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you want to play Smash Bros? You gonna come over here and catch these hands.
Yeah.
I want to see your face
I think
when you
some of
take
the-
this L.
Some of the best competitive games is when you go to people's house and you play. When you play Smash Bros, when you play Mario Kart, you play
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye, you playing
Get this work.
games where you are in the same room with somebody. That's real interactive. I rather that than talking to strangers.
Yeah.
Strangers are dangerous. The same kid that was telling me about Fortnite. He was saying that this person online keeps bothering me. Like, keeps bothering. This dude 10, and someone is keep on messaging. Some girl is messaging him stuff, and he's trying to block. We're trying to block her. He said, "Oh no, I'm not even friends with her." because he left his settings too high open,
Yeah.
so anyone could go and troll him. But
He's
what if
public.
it would have been a pervert doing that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, people in the online gaming community is crazy too. Because I remember when I was playing Need for Speed, it wasn't the last one that came out. It was the one. It wasn't Rivals. I forgot what it was. It was the one that had the Japanese drift champion on the cover.
Wasn't it just Need for Speed?
No, it's the one. I know the one he's
It's the
talking
one
about.
after that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So like I'm sitting there playing that one and I'm rolling around in my car or whatever. I think I was whipping my Skyline at the time.
Always with
Or
the
whatever.
Skyline,
Yeah,
bro.
like I just casually drove my Skyline. Dude pulls up and you could pull up to somebody and like, you know, challenge them to a race right there. So I was like, all right, let's do it. Smoked him. Dude got upset because he got out drifted. Wanted to race again. Beat him again. So he took to the gamepad and decided to cuss me out because what had happened was I had drifted my car and then the AI had drifted their car and the AI hit my car, spun out, and then hit his car. So he said I tipped it, so he would lose. I was like, I already beat you twice, so like I don't need to tip a car to beat you. Like you're not gonna beat me. It's like, oh, blah, full on cuss me out. I was like, all right, so let me go get my real car, and then we could race again. So I pulled my Aventador out of the garage, souped up that Aventador, and I did it to him like bad. And then he cussed me out again. So I was like, I'm gonna just block. Like I'm too old for that type of stuff. Like back in the day, if you were sitting there and you were taking an L in a game like that, and you had somebody else, you are gonna have some respect regardless. And if you don't, you either get kicked out or you get beat up in the house.
Yo,
Like
for
that.
real.
That's how it works. Like
That issue gets solved that minute.
what?
You can either leave or you can either respect your whooping. That's it.
Exactly, dog.
But
Like,
it's hilarious and funny how these people online got so much courage to cuss to these little white kids. You can tell them white, and they are saying the N word like they know it in and out. They created that word themselves, not their ancestors. You know what I mean? So they're saying it so much. But you can imagine if I find out you call me the N word, you little white 10-year-old kid, and I come to your house, you gonna say that to my face?
so, oh, you're not gonna come over here. You're not gonna do anything. Like they get brave because exactly. Like there was a video on YouTube. I don't know how this dude did it, but he was playing on the Xbox, and he had like this thick, like he made this thick African accent, and like he was sitting there trying to play the game, and the people started making fun of his accent or whatever. So he's sitting there and he's like, I just want to play the game. I do not want any trouble. I just want to play the game. Oh, I just want to play the game. Blah. Like they start making fun of him and trolling him. So all of a sudden you just hear him start whispering. Like, it's like, yo, what are you saying over there? And then he says the kid's full name and gives him his address.
Oh yeah, you did
Right
show me
there.
this.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
Yo, he told homeboy, he's like, I just want to play the game. If you don't want me to show up over there and help you solve the problem that you seem to have right now, let's just finish this game and move on with our lives.
Yeah, for real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. like it was just like that. The second that he gave him he told him his name, he's like, how do you know my name? And then he responded with his address.
Yeah.
Oh boy, got quiet, dog. Like
Real quick. I can hear your
stones ain't for
voice.
everybody.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's just society's adapting to, let's put blame on
Everything
the
else.
easiest thing, except the real thing.
Yeah, there's no accountability.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where society's at.
You can always plead insanity.
Hey, or no contest, right?
But even with insanity, there's so much crazy going on nowadays, but yet you ain't helping the crazy. Like even police, not police, prisons. Prisons is supposed to kind of what's the term that prisons do that they to help you out, rehabilitate you. Yeah, they're supposed to do that, not to say, hey, sit here, let me give you this little crap food. You be around other thugs and
It's a 20-year timeout.
Yeah.
The funny thing is in other countries and stuff like that have pretty much a zero crime rate, they don't have jails. They have rehabilitation centers.
Yeah.
Because like you'll sit there at what is it? I think Sweden's one of them. Norway's another one. Where like if you sit
Argentina's
there
one.
and then you did like petty theft or something like that, or you did something, they take you to the rehabilitation center. They find out why you did it, what drove you to that, and they help you. If you're in a situation that you can't get out of, they assist you. They show
find
you
jobs.
a better way. And they find you a job. Because nowadays over here, you go to jail and stuff like that, and you get out, you're done.
Yeah.
You are done, dog. Like there's people that'll sit there, they'll go to jail, they come out, try to start, turn their life around, they can't get any work. They just go right back.
Yeah, because it's like it's easier to survive in prison than it is to survive in the real world, which is so sad.
Exactly. You getting 3 square meals a day, stuff like that. And I remember when that the homeless people thing was on the uprise too, and they just started. There was this one dude that was on news. He went to jail. What is it? I think 4, 5, 6 times in 1 month, because they kept sending him to jail, and then they would release him a couple days later, and he would just go back. And all he would do is walk into a store and be like, "Go ahead and call the police and tell them I'm robbing the place."
Yeah.
Like, what? He's like, "Yeah, call the police and tell them I'm robbing the place because I'm robbing the place right now. Give me the money in the register." And he wouldn't do anything. He would just say that, and then they would call the police. Police would arrest him. And the reason he would do that is for the simple fact that he couldn't get work. He didn't have a place to live. He didn't have a place to sleep. And when he went to jail, he had a place to sleep, and he got 3 square meals a day.
And they probably do like little petty jobs at the prison too.
Yeah, so like he got provided for in there. So like it was a sad story to hear, but like sometimes it comes to that.
Yeah.
And like that really poses the question of what are we really doing to help these people aside from, shunning them out to the side from society. Because you have people that have committed, grotesque crimes and stuff like that, and they're lock them up, throw away the key. But what about the ones that do the little things? They know they're wrong and stuff like that, and they want to turn their lives around. You still got to give them the chance to do so.
Well, they don't want him to do so because they want him to come back. Because remember, after the 3rd time, it's 3 strikes, and you're out at that point.
Yeah.
So why would I help you when locking you up is more beneficial to me?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That is a very good point.
I'm thinking just something new on Facebook.
What?
Like, supposedly, you could take breaks from people now.
Oh, for real?
Instead of unfriend them. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to do practice on somebody, but I'm trying to find someone to practice on. Just in case it don't work. And I just unfriend somebody.
Hey, how are you doing? Victim.
I'm trying to figure. Okay, yeah, me and you are not really that. Like so, there's block. Okay, unfriend. Unfriending. You would need to send. Nope. Not that person. All right, so maybe it's a guy. I don't know, but someone posted just now saying you could take breaks.
Hey,
If I go to Facebook jail.
yeah. Hey, some people do need a break, so not say I don't agree.
Yeah, you gotta take break from some people. Some people's energy is just
It's way too much.
Antimatter.
yeah.
Like, I can't do this.
All right, see what's our
positive thoughts of the week.
Yeah.
Try to get more than 8 hours sleep. It make your body feel good.
I swear, where you?
Yo, for real.
Some of the simplest stuff that
Yes.
Jocelyn most not.
It makes so much sense.
Last week, always clean your food before you cook it.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Did that friend of yours slap you yet? Put her on blast.
What do you mean cleaning?
Yo, but for real, guys, try to get more than 8 hours sleep sometime. You know,
The body needs it. The body needs rest. The body needs working out.
I'm due for a nap right now.
yo, for real, because that's when your body heals is whenever you're resting. So some of the times, you feel like you're at work all day and you stress.
Yeah.
Go home and go to sleep. You'll be surprised what you wake up and feel like.
Isn't sleep so nice? Like when you don't have to wake up 5 o'clock
Like in the morning, I'm telling you.
and you just saying, you know what? You would just let this dream rock. Like I don't know, I dream a lot too. So like my dreams are like movies.
Yeah, but what is it if you're not dreaming? Because the whole idea is to make the good dreams a reality and discard the bad one.
I don't even remember my dreams anymore.
I remember every one of them.
Damn.
Yeah,
And my dreams, well, this is my sound like creepy, but in my dreams, they kind of all intertwine with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like something that happened in a dream 10 years ago is reflecting what's happening in the dream now. Like it's almost like it's a different world when I go to my sleep. I don't know what does that mean?
Well, they do say when you're arrested, your soul leaves your body and it travels.
Well, he went somewhere, and the place, it's beautiful. It's, I don't know if you want to say it's heaven. It could be, but it's just how when I close my eyes to sleep, I feel like a Tupac lyric. When I close my eyes to sleep, I leave and go somewhere else, and I'm seeing people I haven't seen in 10 years.
Yeah,
I've never seen in real life. You know what I mean? So
Attachments.
it's weird. But dreams, I love dreams.
Yeah.
Like even this quote right here. One day you'll be staring at your blessings you used to always dream about.
Yeah. See, you guys, get more than 8 hours sleep.
Yeah.
And find out how to make your dream a reality.
Exactly.
And guys, thank you again for tuning into OnePot Podcast.
Yeah.
This is episode 4.
Yeah, we're at 4, yo.
Yeah, we're going there.
Shout outs to the people for the dedicated listening. We see y'all. We love it. Keep it up. Invite more friends to listen to us.
Thank you.
Don't forget to drop the questions. Y'all been dry in the boxes lately. Just don't be afraid to ask anything.
No idea where the questions are at. So definitely go to onepotpodcast.com.
Or if not, guys, when you go on the OnePot Podcast website, you can see all of our information there. I am actually CN at Beyond the Clouds. So when you go there, you click on one of our infos, and it will probably take you to our Instagram. And go there and leave a comment. Hit us up with a message. But hey, guys, I heard something in your podcast I'm curious about. Or if you feel like you have something to say that you would like to have to be a part of the podcast, reach out, because we want to have you here. Everybody has a voice, and we want to give you a platform so you can use it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Simple as that. So thank you for another week. We're at what? The last week's video is at 600 something right now.
Yeah.
Who are you people? But I appreciate you.
And thank you for staying here, guys.
Yeah, we're moving. All right. So this is Dennis.
This is CN.
Trevor, of course.
Signing out. See you next week.
Shout out to Dawn. Shout out to all our friends and family out there. Drive safe.
Yes, it's raining in Florida, so just keep it safe out there, guys.
We didn't have no ignorant quote this time, but it's cool.
I did have one, but I reserve it for next
How
week.
ignorant?
It's not that ignorant. That's why I didn't let it out.
Oh, okay.
That's why I left it in.
Yo, drop it, dog.
No, we wait till next week.
You have
guys,
10 seconds.
No, I'm gonna leave it in suspense, guys. Tune in next week. OnePot Podcast.
All right, shizzle.